Urban Squatching. Here we are again. Today I want to do another, I guess the big reveal, Bigfoot University Conference by Team USA, Raccoon. Pretty amazing stuff. They are claiming that they built some type of a Tesla machine stent that they were able to hold the portal open. I guess Bigfoot and forest people had problems with the portal closing, and they had apparently their planet had a dying sun that said it was dying for millions of years, but I guess they waited till now to contact Matt Johnson and get him to build some type of a Tesla device. Now, Tesla had probably hundreds of devices that he made and worked on, inventions. So I just say it was a Tesla device. He's just throwing the name Tesla out there. I mean, people wouldn't know if you threw out some other names of engineers and people with machines that might be working on wormholes and things, but you recognize the name Tesla, and that's why they used it. But anyways, even not to even go as far as say this, it was really far-fetched, ridiculously far-fetched, to believe that they saved, they had a number there, I think it was 23,543 forest people, and 3 died. They mentioned, I guess, that 3 died in the process, but they were able to see Earth before they died. So, walking out here, this is the can area, the gifting area where my Bigfoot friends leave me bottles hanging in the trees. This is a new one. This wasn't here. I wasn't up there the other day. That one is a Corona. So anyways, the story was that he got a couple of his buddies, Steve Beckman, was it? And someone else built a machine. They built a Tesla-like device. I think they worded it. We don't know what that was, but it held the portal open so that they could evacuate 23,543 forest people. I guess, they all got out there. I don't know if they could get out anywhere else in the portal, but, so, you're making this device, you're transporting forest people, and the U.S. government doesn't have a clue about this. The NSA, nobody knows that you're doing this. Even how about the UN? Do they have anything to say about you bringing a bunch of aliens to a planet, another planet? Did you really think this thing out? Were they all good forest people that you brought to the planet? Well, the thing that really bothers me, I guess it does bother me, it bothers me that a lot of these people that were at the conference, that were there, I don't know if this was all just brought up at the end, they had no idea this was going to happen, but they kind of go along with it. Like, oh God, here's Matt Johnson, and he's telling us that he just built a machine with some of his friends that would keep a portal open. Here's the tent area this tent was pretty unique because it was actually buried. Half of that is buried underneath a bunch of sod. I don't understand how that happened or why that is. But, so, you make a machine that holds a portal open, and all these people, you're telling them the story that you saved, 23,000 Bigfoots came through it and came to Earth, and you saved all these forest people from their dying planet and their dying sun. And all these people go along with it. Now, they're either all in on it. They might be just going along with it because they don't want to say anything. I mean, I don't know if they'll still be going along with this a week from now. I mean, he basically shot himself in the foot with this one. I mean, nobody's going to... Now it's just so far-fetched, it's stupid. You know, it's one thing to claim you're interacting with the forest people and they can never prove it. They never have pictures of it. They never have recordings of it. But they say that they are. They have all these funny excuses. They all have the same... They've developed these same excuses of, well, you know, we don't want to give up their spot. We don't want people to find out about them. You know, it's all the typical, well, you don't have any proof or you can't show a picture of them. You're trying to save them all. And so now, it's the, you know, we tried to save 20,000. Hear that? Hear that? Huh? That's that tree right there in the wind. It's talking to me. It's the forest people. Forest people are talking to me. Hear it? This is two trees rubbing together. Wow. Wow. As I'm speaking of the forest people, it must be them. There must be one in this tree. The tree is talking to me and telling me that I'm wrong. He did save 20,000 forest people. So anyways, all these people at the conference, like, you know, Ron Moorhead, Barb and Gabby. Come on, Barb. Anyways, all these people go along with this. They're not like saying, okay, we don't agree with them anymore. This is kind of foolish. They're just going to go along with this. That's what's really weird. It's, you know, it's one thing for him to come up with stupid things like this and say stupid things. But, and for some of the people that follow him, you know, I see that. Look at that. Is that an A or an X or a sign with the Pabst Blue Ribbon? You know, how can you go along with this? How can you say, yeah, that's okay, yeah, I know he's kind of a knucklehead and he's, you know, told us that he just saved 20,000 big forest people, but we're gonna keep following him and we're gonna bring him to our conferences and, you know, maybe he did, you know, like, are you fucking out of your mind? You don't think that the government would know about this if you made some type of machine like this, for one thing? Maybe they don't. But, you know, you brought, you know, 20,000 aliens to the planet. You don't think they'd look into this a little? You don't. That's what kills me is, you know, when Dyer was doing his thing and telling everybody that he had a Bigfoot, and I'm thinking, geez, wouldn't the government look into that a little bit? Wouldn't they kind of like, you know, want to see if he really did have something? But they don't, because they don't fucking believe him, because they've already looked into it and they know he doesn't have one. That's why. And that's why you don't get the government looking into things, because they really already have. And they've had people, you know, go look into it and say, you know, what's this guy talking about? So you got to realize that there's a lot of weird things that people do and, you know, claim, and a lot of it you can dismiss it right away, because there's a lot of little things that tell you that it's bullshit. And mostly they direct everything towards themselves, like, you know, like, this is all about me, I am the star here, I did this, I helped all these people, you know, it's me. You know, that's what you know. So anyways, here we are with the water. I'm going to sign off on that note that, you know, you can really tell just by little things that people do when they, you know, make it all about them. It's usually all about them, and it's not real. And I absolutely seriously doubt mean, for people to even talk about it, some other researchers like talking about it. Well, the government might have these machines, and I don't know if they could really do it out there in the woods. It's like, give me a fucking break. Of course they couldn't. They didn't do a fucking thing. It's so full of shit. So I just don't like that these other people are still following him, still attached to him. Is like really foolishness. There's a lot of innocent people that don't know what's going on and kind of follow this, and would actually believe them. And to them, that's really strange that they don't recognize that. All right, that's enough for now. I don't think anything really happened at all. See you later.